Okay? So narito na tayo sa step 4, no? Kapag ka hindi mo ma-reduce yung game matrix into a 2x2, then it means that you need to formulate a linear programming model. But before you can formulate a linear programming model, you will have to understand the non-linearity nature of the model that will be formulated bago siya maging linear. I-linearize natin later on. Okay. So, as given previously, we have to divide the problem, the solution of the problem, into the row player and the column player. So, for the row player, pag sinabi kong row siya sa game matrix, no? And the perspective is always a profit perspective pagka row. Okay? So for the row player, remember that for the row player, ang lagi nating first step is maximin. Kinukuha natin yung minimum palagi, yung minimum profit, kasi profit perspective to. And then for each row, we get the minimum profit, and then we get the maximum among the minimum. So, ito yon class. If you look at the model, we actually want to maximize, okay? Maximin kasi, di ba? The minimum between the summation, okay? So, explain ko tong summation, no? V I1 and then XI lalakihan ko to. Kasi small letter V and X ito, no? Okay. Okay. Di ba? Can you just imagine with me? Imagine in your heads now, no, in your minds, na may game matrix ka. So may rows and columns. Di ba kapag maximin, saan tayo tumitingin? Sa row or sa column?
Row po.
Row, di ba? Pag ina-apply natin yung maximin, sa row tayo tumitingin. And therefore, for each row, kinukuha natin yung anong kinukuha natin?
Minimum po.
Kinukuha natin yung minimum, di ba? So, ngayon, we can actually do it by multiplying yung value kasi may strategies na tayo, di ba? So, kapag alam na natin yung proportion, which is small x, no? By the way, hindi nakalimutan ko. I need to define let xi, kasi model to so we need to have a decision variable. Proportion of time strategy I is used by the row player. No? Okay, proportion of time strategy I is used. Okay, so if xi represents the proportion of time strategy I is used, then you would now have several of these. Okay, so ang mangyayari is kukuha ka ng mga minimum tapos mamimili ka ng maximum, di ba? Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. However, tulad nga ng sabi ko sa inyo last time, punta tayo sa game matrix. Row player. Balik lang tayo dito. Dito. Focus kayo dito Okay, focus here. This is an example. Usually, ang ginagawa natin, maximin, di ba? Kaso, hindi na nga mag-work yung maximin ngayon kasi ano na to kumbaga, wala tayong saddle point. This is the smallest matrix na that can be produced if you use the principle of dominance, a 2x2. So, kunyari, 2x2 muna. Di ba kapag strategy, kapag inaalam natin kung ano yung x1 and X2. Ito yung definition natin ha. X1 is the proportion of time that strategy 1 will be used by the union. X2 is the proportion of time that strategy 3, sorry, X3 is the proportion of time that strategy 3 will be used by the union. Take note that yung objective function, this one, the objective function on the right side, itong binibilugan ko ngayon, okay? The objective function will help you calculate the expected value of the game for the player. Okay, expected value of the game for the player. In this case, we're talking about the role player. Para makuha ko yung expected value ng union, kailangan magkaroon ako ng iba-ibang computations. Kailangan makompute ko, okay, ang expected value ko for the union is this much if company uses strategy 2. So for each strategy that the opponent will use, makakapag-compute ka ng objective. Okay? At ito yun. Okay? Ito yun. Okay? So parang ang sinasabi natin, pag 3 by 3 na yung matrix, okay? Pag 3 by 3 na yung matrix, at gusto mong makompute yung expected value ng role player, then pag 3 by 3 yung matrix, di dapat meron ka pang isang strategy here. Let's say C4, di ba? Okay, tapos meron ka pang isang U4, di ba? 3 by 3 eh. Di ba? So ang mangyayari is pag kino-compute natin tong XI na to, okay, yung proportion of time, kailangan malaman natin kung ano yung strategy na gagamitin ng opponent. So itong first summation of VIXI is ito yon, yung Vij is the 1.5, imumultiply mo ngayon doon sa proportion of time na gagamitin mo yung strategy 1. Itong 0.2, mumultiply mo sa x3. Yan yung proportion of time na gagamitin mo sa strategy 3. So, kaya expected payoff siya. Kaya expected payoff siya kasi you multiply the Vij, okay, you multiply the Vij with the probability or the proportion. So kapag 3 by 3 yan, ibig sabihin, tatlo to. Okay? Tatlo yan kasi you will get an expected value if company uses strategy 2. That's the first expected value for the union. And then, a second expected value will be if the company uses strategy 3, another expected value na naman yon. Okay? And then if the company uses strategy 4, another expected value na naman yon. So, ito yung para sa strategy 2. Ito yung para sa strategy 3 ni company. Ito yung para sa strategy 4 ni company. Nakuha nyo? Class?
Nakuha naman, sir.
So, bawat isa dito, okay, bawat isa dito, yung summation of VI1 XI, okay, means first column, di ba? IJ, no? First column yan. So, yung first column, okay, kinukuha mo yung value times the proportion, kaya VI1 times XI. The value times the proportion, and then sinasum up mo across all the strategies ni role player. Kaya, value times proportion plus, summation, di ba? Plus, value times proportion hanggang sa maubos mo yung strategies na available para kay union or para kay role player. Okay? Kaya, yun ang ibig sabihin ng summation of VI1XI. Itong pangalawa is summation of VI2XI. Ibig sabihin, nandito ka na sa second column. Okay? Kinukuha mo uli yung value times xi, value times xi, para makuha mo yung expected value. So, parang ang nangyari, kapag 3 by 3 yan, yung first quantity dyan is the expected value, first expected value. Itong second one is the second expected value. Itong third one is the third expected value. Kapag may pang-apat pa, edi may expected value 4 ka pa. Okay? So, dyan mo ina-apply ngayon yung maximum. For the role player, you compute all the possible expected values, EV1, EV2, EV3, okay, and then choose the minimum from among all of them. Okay? Get the minimum of them. Get the minimum and then get the maximum of all of them. Okay? So maximin pa rin yung approach na ginagamit natin. Okay? So, ganun din kapag column player naman. Pag column player, kinukuha mo ngayon yung strategy, yung proportion of time na gagamitin ni company si strategy 2 and 3 and 4, pero kailangan malaman mo, si Union, pag ginamit niyo yung 1, meron ka namang pagganito na expected value. First expected value, second expected value, third expected value. Okay? So, kinukuha mo naman ngayon yung minimum ng maximum nila. Okay? So, that's what this model means. No? So, balik ako dito. So, this is what we're doing. Then, subject to, of course, ang constraint lang naman natin is that this is small letter, no? Okay, small letter, xi is equal to 1 for the row player. And then, xi greater than or equal to 0 for all I. That's your nonlinear programming model, okay, for the row player. Now, we cannot, syempre, ang objective natin dito, ang goal is to be able to solve for all of this. Okay? All of this. Lahat ng xi natin. Okay? Dapat masolve natin yan. Okay? So, hindi natin masosolve yan kapag non-linear model. So, we need to linearize. Okay? We need to linearize. So, ito yung linearization process. I want you to understand the linearization process, pero hindi na natin gagamitin ito sa pag-solve later on kasi formulate natin diretso na linear programming model. But this is how we linearize. So, to linearize, we just let this, we let a letter, any letter, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, kahit ano. But for this purpose, I will let V, letter V, be equal to the minimum that will be selected from all of these entities here. Summation of VI1 X1, XI, okay. Summation of VI2 XI, and so on. Okay? So in other words, itong buong to, I will represent it with the letter V. So ang mangyayari, if I represent this whole thing, take note ha, this whole thing becomes my V. So my objective function has now been converted from a nonlinear form, which is itong minimum of something, into a linear form. Maximize Z is equal to V. Linear na ngayon yan. Okay? Pero, as you have learned in IE Upper 1, linearizing a nonlinear model would mean that every additional variable declared in the model should have a corresponding linearizing constraint in the constraint section of the model. Hindi ka pwedeng basta-basta mag-let x be ganito, tapos hindi ko siya makikita sa constraints. You need to have a set of linearizing constraint for this to work. Okay? So, ang question na yon is, itong complicated na objective function na to, na-reduce ko na into a simple objective function which is linear, which is max z equals v. Question, how do I now linearize my constraints? Okay? How do I now put the relationship between this v and my constraints? Kung naalala ninyo sa IE Upper 1, meron kayong problem, di ba? I'm sure meron kayong sinolve na problem on max min and min max. Yung maximize z equals to the minimum of something or minimize z is equal to the maximum of something. Yes or no? May nasolve ba kayong ganon? May na-formulate pa kayong ganon? Meron, di ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So kung may na-formulate kayong ganon, alam nyo na yung technique, di ba? Ang technique is to represent itong nonlinear function by a letter in which case V. Tapos, since ang pinipili natin dito, okay, ang pinipili natin dyan is the minimum, then alam natin that each expression will actually give you a number. Tama ba, class, na kapag minultiply ko yung V doon sa proportion, doon sa table kanina, okay, yung pinakita kong game matrix sa inyo kanina, you will end up with a number, right? You'll end up with the value for the player. Tama? So let's say, kinompute mo to, lumabas 8. Kinompute mo to, lumabas 6. Kinompute mo tong isa, yung next, lumabas 10. Anong pipiliin mo dyan? What is the minimum?
6 po.
6.
6 is the minimum, tama? And take note that each of these, okay, each of these, na pinanggalingan ng number na yun, 8, 6, or 10, napipiliin mo yung 6 eh. So yung V mo for that numerical example will actually be 6. And take note that V, itong 6 na to, is always less than or equal to any of this. Nakita nyo? Since you are choosing the minimum number, then that minimum number will always be less than whatever number is produced by these expressions. So for example, itong expression na to, summation of V, I1, Xi. Okay? Yan. Ibig sabihin lang ng I dito is across all strategies ni player X. Across all strategies. So, itong expression na to, this one, produce 8. That number will always be greater than or equal to V. Tama ba?
Yes, sir.
Tama, di ba? Okay. At best, okay, kung ito yung napili mo, itong pangalawa, VI2 XI. Okay, VI2 XI. Pasok pa rin sa constraint, tama? Kasi 6 ito eh. 6 ito. Eh ang V mo, 6 din. Pasok pa rin siya. Equal pa rin, tama? Nandun pa rin yung equal to na constraint, tama?
Yes, sir.
So in other words, if you reverse the orientation, yung value ng V mo, which is 6, is always, pag dito ko titingnan, no, from the right side, your V will always be less than or equal to any of this. Kasi minimum siya eh. So kung minimum siya, lagi siya mas maliit, di ba?
Yes, sir.
So yan ngayon yung tuloy-tuloy lang ito. Remember, marami yan, di ba? Hanggang ma-exhaust natin yung strategies hanggang sa maubos natin yung strategies ni column player, which is N. Okay? Xi greater than or equal to V. This is actually a set of constraints, no? And I can summarize this into one general constraint. Mapapansin niyo, pare-pareho naman yung left side, di ba? It's always summation of V, I1, Vi, tapos, di ba, ang nag-iba lang, sa first constraint, 1. Sa second constraint, 2. Sa third constraint, 3. Sa last constraint, N. Tama? Pare-pareho lang sila, pero nag-iiba lang, tumatakbo lang yung subscript J. So I can actually now represent all of these constraints as Vij, okay, Xi greater than or equal to V for all J. Okay? So, tanggalin ko na to. Tanggalin ko na to. Gets nyo na yan. Tanggalin ko na to. Okay. Nakuha nyo to, class? Nakuha nyo to? Nanggaling ito from here. You have, ibig sabihin, for an LP model, you will have how many constraints? To solve for the proportion of time that the row player will use his strategies. To solve for that, kailangan you consider ano yung strategy ng opponent. So kapag may tatlong strategy si opponent mo, tatlo rin itong constraints na to. kapag may 4 na strategy yung opponent mo na pagpipilian, 4 din dapat yung constraint na to. So therefore, an LP model should have how many constraints? It now depends on the number of strategies of your opponent. Okay? So if you're formulating this model for the union, kailangan mo tanungin, ilan ba ang strategy na pwedeng gamitin ni company, yung opponent niya. So kapag 2 lang or 3 lang or 4 lang, yan din yung dami ng constraint mo dito. And all of these constraints can now be summarized into a general constraint like this. Kaya for all J, it means na gagawin mo to sa lahat ng strategy ng kalaban mo kasi J is your opponent. Di ba? Ikaw si I. Naintindihan ba? Naintindihan ba?
Yes, sir.
Ha? Class, naintindihan ba?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ask questions kapag hindi naintindihan yung model kasi ito yung basic foundation eh. So now, the last constraint of course is after ma-solve mo to, yung mga small xi mo is equal to 1. Yung pa rin yung constraint natin. So, ito, linear model na to. Okay, linear model na to. But we will, of course, meron tayong xi greater than or equal to 0 for all I. Of course, we will try to simplify this further, okay, para mas mabilis i-solve yung linear programming model. So now, we're done, no? Itong nasa left side ng screen nyo ngayon is exactly what is in the right side of your screen. Ito. Yan. Sige. So, I will continue. Okay, so now what I will do to simplify this model, okay, is to divide everything. Remember, I denoted the minimum of all of these expressions ito, as an arbitrary letter V. Okay, letter V. Kaya, yung objective function ko, naging maximize Z is equal to V na. Naging V na to, di ba? So what I'll do is I will divide my constraints by V. Whatever the value of V is, remember V is the minimum of this, it's just a number. It's just a number. So what I'll do is I will divide the whole inequality by that number, yung V. So by doing so, i-divide ko to lahat by V, wala akong binago. Okay? Wala akong binabago sa mga constraints ko. I'm just dividing by a constant. Okay? So, if I divide by V, take note dito tayo titingin. Okay? Ito kasi yung representation nitong lahat ng to eh. Okay? If I divide by V, then I will have Vij, which is a parameter sa game matrix, multiplied by small xi over V greater than or equal to V over V or 1. Do you follow? Ito yung mangyayari. Di ba? Ito magiging summation I Vij tapos xi over V greater than or equal to 1. Tama, mali?
Tama po.
Tama, di ba? Minsan pwede kong imali ha. So pag-iisipan nyo ha. Okay, so sa ngayon tama. Okay, so ang gagawin ko is para hindi complicated, my goal is to simplify eh. I will just let this expression be equal to capital Xi. Okay? Para wala na tayong division by a number. Okay? Hindi magandang tignan sa model. I will just represent it by capital Xi. Okay? So, the rest of the xi's in the model are small x, ha? Small x. Ito lang yung capital Xi. So I will now let capital Xi be equal to small xi divided by v. Is that clear? So if I do that, then my objective will now be equal to max z equal to v subject to, okay, subject to my first constraint, which is this. Okay, itong yung first constraint ko. Yan yung first constraint ko. Ang mangyayari dyan sa constraint na yan, magiging summation of, ano class? What will happen to this?
Summation, sir.
Summation of what?
Summation Vij capital Xi.
Summation of small vij capital xi. I-replace ko na siya, di ba? Greater than or equal to 1. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And then my second constraint, I will also, lahat ng constraint ko, di-divide ko ng v. So, ang mangyayari, pag di-divide ko by v, what will happen to this constraint? This one. What will happen to this? I will divide everything by v. What will happen?
Sir, magiging ano po, summation of capital Xi equal to 1 over V.
Okay, very good. Magiging summation of capital Xi, di ba? Kasi i-divide ko to by V eh. So, small xi divided by V is capital Xi. Okay? Is equal to 1 over V. And then, Xi greater than or equal to 0 for all I. So, from this model, ito yung mga breaks ha. Nag-umpisa tayo, non-linear model. Ito, non-linear. Okay, we started here, non-linear model here. Okay, non-linear. Then, we linearized it by letting V equal to the minimum. So, we produce this one. A linear model already. This is the linear model already. Okay, this one. Okay, next, I divided everything by V and represented small x over V as capital X. This is what I have. Pasimple na ng pasimple, di ba? Tama ba? Pero it's the same model, agree? Wala tayong binabago.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now, I want you to direct your attention to the objective function. For the role player, we want to maximize the profit, okay, because it's a profit perspective. But maximizing the profit, which is equal to the value V, whatever this is, okay, is the same as minimizing the reciprocal of V. Tama ba that if you want to maximize, remember Z is equal to V. So it's the same as saying maximizing the value of V. Okay? So if you maximize the value of V, it's the same as minimizing the value of 1 over V. Tama? Tama ba na habang lumalaki yung value of V, yung reciprocal niya, paliit ng paliit?
Yes, sir.
So, these are common objectives, di ba? Maximizing Z is the same, maximizing V is the same as minimizing 1 over V. The thing is, alam na natin yung equation para sa 1 over V. Ito yun. From the constraint, we have an equality constraint. And 1 over V is actually equal to the summation of capital Xi. So tanong, can I replace 1 over V from the constraint and use it in the objective? Since 1 over V is equal to this, pwede ko bang palitan yung mini-minimize ko, which is 1 over V, by the summation of Xi, capital Xi. So mangyayari, ang final model natin class, hindi niyo pa ako sinasagot. Pwede ko bang ipalit yon? Di ba ang objective ko? Sabi natin, maximize Z is the same as minimize 1 over V. So now, yung Z ko, which is now minimizing it, we're now minimizing Z, which is 1 over V. Can I now do this?
Pwede po, sir.
Pwede, di ba? Kasi sa constraint, sinasabi ng constraint na yung summation ng capital X is equal to 1 over V. So if 1 over V is equal to that, then it's the same as minimizing your Z now to be equal to summation of capital Xi, which is your 1 over V. Okay. And di ba, nung nag-IE over 1 kayo, tsaka IE over 2, laging ang objective function at constraint should always be in terms of X or Y, di ba? Yung decision variables mo na dinidefine mo. So, ito yon. So, since dinagay ko na siya sa objective, pwede ko na siyang tanggalin sa constraint. At ang maiiwan na lang sa constraint ko will be this one. Subject to summation of Vij Xi, capital X to ha, Xi, greater than or equal to 1 for all J. So take note, hindi lang isang constraint ito ha. Tulad nung in-explain ko sa inyo kanina, if you're doing, and then capital Xi is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? So if you're doing the LP model for the role player, okay, role player tayo ha, ibig sabihin sa constraint, kailangan makonsider mo yung strategy ng kalaban mo. Okay? So, every strategy of the opponent is one constraint. Kaya, kung merong 3 by 3 matrix, ibig sabihin, 3 strategy yung kalaban mo, then dapat 3 constraint ka rin dito. Okay? Dito sa constraint section, 3 rin yan. Pag 4 na constraints yung kalaban mo, 4 na strategies, 4 na constraint din ito. Kasi for all J. Okay? So, eto na yon. You will see that this one is that model. Okay? So, ito yon. Ito yung final LP model. So, ngayon, anong significance nito? Pag meron ka ng game theory problem na 3 by 3 yung matrix or 4 by 4, kahit na ano, basta 3 by 3 or bigger, automatically, to solve for the proportion of time the strategies are going to be used by the role player, formulate this model agad. Diretso na kayo dito sa model na to. So pag role player, minimize Z agad sa summation of capital Xi. Okay? Pag column player, baliktad. Okay? I-maximize mo naman. But before I go to the column player, which is the next slide, let me first tell you that if you have a game theory problem na mixed strategy, 3 by 3 or bigger yung matrix, after you formulate the model, remember capital Xi is not the proportion. Remember capital Xi, remember that we let capital Xi be equal to, ano ba yun? Small xi over v. Tama? So therefore, ang objective natin, after we solve this LP model using solver, ang lalabas na value, optimal solution, will be in terms of capital X. Hindi si capital X ang gusto nating masolve for the game theory problem. Ang gusto nating masolve is the small x at saka si V. Yan yung gusto nating masolve. Kasi si V, Kaya ko ginawang V yung representation ng objective function kasi siya na yung value of the game. Si V na rin yung value of the game natin. Okay? Kaya nasa objective function siya. So, ngayon, ang objective natin is to solve small xi and v. So, uunahin natin si v. Si v is equal to 1 over, ano ba yung ano natin kanina? 1 over v is equal to the summation of, diba, narito? Ito, 1 over v is equal to the summation of xi. Summation of capital Xi. So, kapag nakuha natin yung optimal solution sa model na to, alam ko na lahat ng mga values ng capital Xi. So, all I have to do is add up all the values of capital X. Okay? Add them all up. That will be my 1 over v. And to get v, all I have to do is just divide 1 by the summation of capital Xi. This is the first thing that you need to solve for. Pag na-solve nyo na to, then punta kayo dito sa pag-solve ng small xi. Okay? Pag-solve ng small xi, you will use this equation here. Okay? So therefore, alam nyo na yung v at alam nyo rin yung value ng capital Xi. Masosolve nyo na yung lahat ng small xi. So, pag na-solve nyo na yan, ito ngayon yung final answer ninyo for the LP model. Is that clear? So, you do not end by just solving the capital Xi in the LP model that you have formulated. After you solve the capital Xi, you have to solve for small v and small xi. This will be your value, optimal value of the game. For row player, and take note that the optimal value of the game for the row player should be the same as the optimal value of the game for the column player because they will converge to an optimal solution. Okay? So magkakaroon sila ng equilibrium. Right? And this one naman is the proportion of time, itong x small xi, proportion of time, row player uses strategy I. Okay? So for the case of the column player, the same analysis. Gagawin natin ulit itong tatlo. So may non-linear model ka uli. This time, hindi na siya max-min, magiging min-max na siya. Babalik ta rin nyo lang, no? Magiging min-max siya. So the first, so papakita ko na lang sa inyo, it's here. For the column player, okay, ito yun. For column player, this time it's a cost perspective. Okay, so let's put a star here so that you can review it. Okay, it's a cost perspective. So this time, hindi na siya maximin. Minimax naman si column player. Kaya minimize z is equal to, ganun ulit, maximize, except that this time, ang umaandar naman ngayon would be yung row. Okay? Kasi, kaya V1, V2, then V3, V4, kailangan mo malaman ngayon kung anong strategy ang gagamitin ng row player, ng opponent niya, sa pag-compute ng expected value. Kaya, yung first expected value na mako-compute mo is row 1. Okay? Meaning, your opponent uses the first strategy. The next expected value is row 2, meaning your opponent uses his second strategy, and so on. So mamimili ka naman ngayon ng maximum dito with the constraint that summation of all the y's should be equal to 1. Then same principle, linearize it, kasi this is non-linear, this one. Itong max of this is non-linear. So you have to linearize by letting v be equal to this whole thing, which now transforms your objective into minimize z, okay, Actually, dito sa PowerPoint, ang ginamit niya is W. So, sundin natin siya. Gawin natin W. Okay? Gawin natin W. So, therefore, your objective now becomes minimize W equal to this whole thing becomes V. Kaya V na lang yan. Okay? And then, the linearizing constraints this time is mamimili ka ng maximum dito. So therefore, kung ano man mapili mo, all of the entries here, all of the expected values that you calculate here will always be less than or equal to the selected maximum. Since V is the maximum, all of this, okay, lahat ng mga narito sa loob will be less than or equal to the selected maximum. Kaya summation of Vij, Yj for all I. So gagawin mo ngayon to since column player is J, column yun, di ba? Kaya subscript J, gagawin mo tong constraint na to sa lahat ng strategies ng opponent mo, which is yung row, yung subscript I. Okay? So after you have this, then summation of Yj is equal to 1. So ganun uli. Okay? You will now divide ko ulit ito by V. So this time, I will let capital Y be equal to small y over V. So pag ginawa ko yon, I will now be able to make this V over V, magiging 1 na yan. So less than or equal to 1. Tapos itong constraint, magiging Vij capital Yj. Ito yon, Vij capital Yj, less than or equal to 1. And then this one, magiging 1 over V ulit. So same as what we did. If you minimize V, it's the same as maximizing. It's the same as maximizing 1 over V. Diba? So parang yung ginawa natin kanina, baliktad lang. It's the same as maximizing 1 over V. Kaya, yung maximizing 1 over V, okay, since ito, pag dinivide ko to by V, magiging summation of capital Y, yung objective mo, summation of capital Y na, maximize. Kaya, if you look at the right side of your screen, itong binibilugan ko ngayon, for the column player, yung objective mo, yung final linear programming objective mo is maximize W, okay? Maximize W, which is your 1 over V, equal to the summation of capital Yi. Okay, and then your constraint will be summation of V times capital Y less than or equal to 1, which is the same thing that you see here on the right side. So, okay, and then all Y greater than or equal to 0. So before I proceed, is this clear? Yung pag-formulate ng model at saka yung pag-linearize, klaro ba?
Sir, yung pag-substitute po ng V, iba siya from the Vij, di ba?
Iba yan. This is as I've said, no, this is an arbitrary letter, di ba? Di ba pag nag-linearize kayo dati sa IE over 1, di ba? Let A or let B be equal to the maximum. Any letter will do.
So dapat i-declare like kung anong that V is going to be the max or the minimum, and then i-declare din kung ano yung X, capital Xi or capital Y.
Yes. So your V, so if for example ginawa mong letter A to, A is the maximum, no? So therefore magiging minimize W is equal to A. Kung ano yung representation mo, yun din yung gagawin mo dyan, A, di ba? Or that will be the maximum of 1 over A. Parang ganon, di ba? And then you define your capital Y should be equal to, again, this is any letter din. Pwede tong W, pwedeng X, pwedeng Y, anything, di ba? Basta ang ibig sabihin na tong bagong variable na define mo is the quotient between small y and your V. Kung A yan, divided by A. So these are just new variables or representations that you are introducing into the model. Now, the reason why I used V to be the maximum, kasi later on, para hindi kayo ma-confuse, pag sinasolve nyo na siya, siya na rin kasi yung value of the game. Kaya ginawa ko ng V para alam nyo na value of the game na rin yun. Okay? This V is the value of the game. This Vij, okay, is the value of the game if row player uses strategy I and column player uses strategy J. Okay? This is a specific game value or game return. Whereas itong V is an expected profit or expected return. Nakuha?
Yes, sir.
Luis, you got it?
Yes, sir. Nakuha na.
Okay. Sige. So, therefore, mayroon na tayong dalawang LP model that you need to remember. Okay? Itong naka-box, pagka-column player ang sinosolve natin, dapat ito yung LP model na i-formulate natin. So, since magulo siya, ito na lang. Itong nasa right side ng PowerPoint. That's the LP model. Pagka row player, ito yung LP model. Balik na ako sa baba. Okay. Pagka row player, ito yung LP model. Okay? Pag column player, itong nasa right side. Itong nasa PowerPoint. Okay? So again, pag pinapasolve ko yung strategy at saka yung proportion of time na gagamitin yung strategy at saka yung expected value of the game, you should have two LP models. This LP model, if you're solving for the row player strategy, and this LP model, if you're solving for this one, if you're solving for the column player strategy proportions. Okay? And regardless, you can solve the value of the game, the optimal value of this game between these two players using any of the two models. Okay? Using any of the two models. Kasi at optimum, the minimum value of Z here is the same as the maximum value of W here. Okay, at optimum. And then don't forget, after solving for the LP model, whether it's this one or this one on the right side, you have to do this. You have to translate it back para ma-solve niyo yung letter V. So in the case of the column player, magiging 1 over summation of capital Y, yung small v, tapos yung small y will be V times capital Y. Okay? So you have to do this. So lagay natin dito ha. V is equal to 1 over the summation of Yj. Okay? And then Yj is equal to V times capital Yj. So you need to solve for this one and this one. Okay? Naalala nyo class, since nandiyan na side by side yung model, di ba? Naalala nyo ba class yung tawag dito? Duality theory sa IE Upper 1? Naalala nyo? Duality theory?
A little bit, sir.
A little bit, di ba? Sa duality theory, di ba may primal model? Tapos, for every primal model, there exists a dual model, yung kambal niya. For every primal model, there exists a corresponding dual model. Okay? And if you remember, one of the theorems of the primal and dual model is that at optimum, the value of the primal is the same as the value of the dual. The optimum value of the primal is the same as the optimum of the dual. Kung naalala niyo yung theorem na yun, optimality criterion theorem, do you remember?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Ang application actually ng duality is here in game theory. Okay? So you will see, I have two LP models side by side. Yan, nakita niyo yung nakabilog na blue sa left side at nakabilog na red sa right side?
Yes, sir.
Okay? So you can imagine that the right side model is the primal. Naalala nyo, pagka primal model, dapat max. Actually, hindi naman kailangan. Pwede namang primal si minimization eh. Okay, pero in standard form, okay, dapat maximization siya and all the constraints are less than equal to. Tama? And for the dual model, for the corresponding dual model, pag maximization yung primal, dapat minimization yung dual at lahat ng constraints should be greater than or equal to, if you remember. Okay, if you don't, then you just try to recall. Ang sinasabi ko lang is that this is the primal, this is the dual. Okay? Or vice versa. Pwedeng anything. So this is primal, this is your dual. Okay, dual model. Okay, and later on, in the problem that we will solve dito, okay, I will show you yung relationship ng primal and dual. Naalala nyo ba na yung constraint coefficients ng primal, pagkapunta mo sa dual, dapat magiging transpose siya? Transpose of the constraint coefficients. You still remember that? Anyone who still has good memory?
A little, yes sir, yes sir.
Yung transpose, di ba? Di ba kasi di ba may relationship ang primal at si dual eh. Pag binigay ko yung primal model, dapat di ba madederive niyo yung dual model. Paano niyo madederive? Pag sa constraint, kung ita-transpose niyo lang yung coefficients para sa dual. Tapos yung nasa right-hand side, kung naalala nyo, right-hand side ng primal na coefficients, mapupunta sa objective function coefficient ng dual. And baliktad, objective function coefficient ng primal, mapupunta sa right-hand side ng dual. Kung naalala nyo yung mga relationships na yan, papakita ko through this example. Okay, that we are actually dealing with a primal-dual relationship in solving game theory problems among and between opponents. Okay?